sing a song of dragons old, of maidens fair, of warriors bold, of elven kings on mountains cold. To thee I bring good tidings.
Justin.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I was just excited for this elf set we're gonna review.
You mean elves?
Yeah, elf. You know, the fellowship, coming together, going to Mount Doom to destroy the One Ring. Elf.
No. You're thinking of the wrong one. Lego elves.
Oh, you mean the elves who live in the tree and make their cookies?
No. Elves.
You mean Santa's helpers making toys for all the good girls and boys?
No. Elves. Just elves. Lego elves.
Might you mean a house elf for good Harry Potter, sir?
No, it's not Harry Potter. No, it's Lego elves. Elves.
Oh. Yes, today we're talking about Lego Elves, and I brought with me a Lego Elves expert to help me with this little venture. This specific set we're looking at today is set number 41175, the Fire Dragon's Lava Cave. Lego Elves started in 2015, and it lasted until 2018.
Only 3 years.
That's it. And now we can't keep them on the shelves.
No, we couldn't sell them before. We couldn't get rid of them before it discontinued. And then all of a sudden,
Bam.
They're gone, and now everybody wants it.
The dragons specifically, right?
Specifically the dragons, yes.
People pay top money for the dragons.
Yes, and the sets with the dragons bring top dollar.
Now, for this set, this was an instance where we didn't get the box and the dragon. We just got a bag of parts.
We did.
And then we went down to our box graveyard.
Yes.
And found that box. So we were able to reconstruct the set completely.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some of the sets we have built in or not built in the case, but inventoried are in their plastic boxes because we don't have the original. Mm-hmm. The most expensive set of elves that we have, even without the box, is over $200.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And to get that box, only one person has it for sale. They're in Europe, and I think they want $50 for that box. So we are not going to have a box.
$50 for cardboard. We won't take you through the construction of it like I normally do in these videos because Angie has a box of dragon parts for elves. Mm-hmm. So it was really easy. I didn't have to search for stuff. Everything was clean. And it's a smaller set. So let's bring out Zhonya.
He's so cute. Hi, Zhonya. She's so pretty.
We have all the little accoutrements. Fly, dragon, fly. So like many Lego themes, Elves included a media counterpart to it. There was a short internet series, I believe, that was just on YouTube or a couple other places. Yes. And then they actually produced a Netflix original series. Yes. This series was different because it was actually traditional animation.
It was.
The mini dolls did not look like mini dolls.
No.
They looked like they did on the package. Like fully fleshed out humans. Supermodels and androgynous, beautiful boys. Can you tell us a little bit about the plot, just real quick?
Yes, Emily Jones, who lives in the world on Earth with us, her mother actually lived or was a part of the elven world. She passes away, and in that part of it, Emily receives an amulet, which allows her to go into the elven world.
So dead parents, that's very Disney of them.
It's very Disney. She goes into the elven world. She befriends a lot of the different elves. Each elf has the power of the earth, the wind, the fire. Okay.
Like Ninjago and
water.
A lot of other things.
Yes,
there's
they all
elemental
have their elemental powers. At some point, one of the episodes, Emily's sister Sophie follows her in to the elven world.
That's her younger sister, right?
Correct, her younger sister. She does not know that Sophie follows her in, and she's befriended by the Goblin King, who is not named the Goblin King. He is in disguise, so to speak. He kidnaps Sophie, and then a lot of episodes, Emily's trying to rescue her sister. It's an adventure story.
And although it was an action story with awesome dragons, but it was also about friendship and a lot of
family.
We'll have to go back to Netflix and watch the series.
We
must do our research.
Yes, we must.
It was only a few episodes.
I think there were eight episodes. I believe that's what it was.
Plus the shorts that were on YouTube or wherever they were. What was the attraction to the elves theme for you?
Honestly, it was the bright colors. I love all of the different colors, and I love the dragons. I mean, I'm just like the rest of the fangirls out there, and guys, because we do have guys that buy it. Because of the dragons, honestly. It really was. I think the television show, the Netflix show, promoted that a little bit.
And this was at a time when Lego wasn't outside of Ninjago. They weren't really doing much dragons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Ninjago had moved to more of a brick-built dragon head at this point.
They had.
And these
Somewhat,
reintroduced the molded dragon head to give that smoother, more, I guess, more feminine look.
Yeah, these are a little more feminine dragons, but they're still pretty powerful.
They still look like cool dragons.
Oh, absolutely.
And this theme used the same head for most of the dragons. We'll give a close-up look in a second, except for the big one.
The big one.
So let's give a close-up look of this first, and then we might go on a little tour through history of Lego dragons.
Yay.
So we'll go ahead and start with the star of our show. And this is Zhonya the Fire Dragon.
Yes, she's beautiful. And strut. And
strut. And turn. And snap. Now, so this dragon is fully posable. Many, many ball joints on the back. And the color. Oh my goodness, the color. What would you call, what does Lego call this color?
Bright light orange.
Bright light orange and
magenta. Yes.
To me, it's sun orange and fuchsia. But we'll go with the official Lego terms.
Yeah.
Also accented with yellow and gold. Look at the Technic. Gold pieces there. These wings were reused for each of the dragons and had the dual molding for every single one. Had a different combination. Right? Every one was individual.
Yep. This is not magenta. This is the dark pink. So they brought the dark pink accents into the wings. And I love the jewels. I love the sparkle. I love it. She got her nails done, her feet, beautiful, with her diamond-crusted nails. They used a lot of the inverted 1x2 curve slopes, which are hard to find and very rare, which makes it more valuable for that piece alone. This is this inverted 1x2 curve slope.
In that strange color.
In this magenta, and several of the dragons use this particular piece. And they used them in very rare colors, which is another awesome part to this.
And these were used a lot, but was it only in this color in this set?
I'd have to look it up, but I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
So a lot of cool things. Yeah. And all the dragons were built similarly, but not the same.
Correct. They used a lot of the same parts, but as you'll see with other dragons that we're going to pull out, they definitely used them in different ways.
So looking at this bad boy. It's a girl, right?
It's a girl.
It's a girl dragon.
We're going to say she's a girl.
Zhonya. Sounds like a girl. So articulation, we have ratcheted joints in the back. Go all the way up like that. Ball joint on the head.
Love it.
Like so. Mouth opens and closes. There's a stud in there. They've attached a 1x1 with a clip so they have fire.
A tile mod. And then they have these awesome plate mods with the teeth on the end. Right here, this little part.
For dragon scale texture.
So awesome.
I like how they did the double joints for the wings. So not only do they go up and down, but you get a little turn and angle.
Yep.
So when it's in flight.
Yep. And I don't know about everyone else, but I'm obsessed with all things trans colors. So trans pink, trans dark pink, trans blues, any trans colors. And I love her kneecaps. They're trans dark pink here.
That's a rare color too.
Yeah, in that particular piece, in that particular one.
And
I just love it.
The tummy is rounded off pretty well too.
Yep.
So pretty fully fleshed out.
Oh, beautiful. You can pose this for any way you want. In any form or fashion.
And a good dragon size compared to a mini doll.
Absolutely perfect.
Very impressive. We've got the seats for 2 passengers.
Because the Friends style doll characters don't have where the holes in the back, they had to find a way to keep the girls from falling. So they created these panels here with the, what do you call that, a partition in the middle? I don't know what you say. And that way their feet fit perfectly between. And then No. Yes, they fit. You just can't. Okay, there you go. There you go.
We just had to push it down all the way.
Okay.
Let's move on to the rest of the set.
Well, don't forget the star also. This is Azari.
So this is her dragon. And look at the hair on that. Mm-hmm. It's either sprayed on or dual. It's not dual molded, right? It's sprayed on, but it's nice.
She's got the beautiful elves' ears. All of the particular elves' characters have the drawing on their head.
And she uses her elemental powers in this set.
Of fire, yes.
With her fire magic. She makes the lava slide out of the way.
Yep.
Then she can pass through to enter the cave. We have a map here.
The map
and
of the elven world.
2 beds. A lot of the elf sets had beds included in it. Those girls get tired.
They get tired. Well, you know, when you're controlling the elemental part of the world.
Yeah, those dragons, they're tiring. I always liked these crystal features that were almost in every set.
Every set.
And it really, to me, it brought the world together.
And it's sparkly, and that's what
and
girls
it's sparkly.
love.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Forget about the story. It's sparkly.
It's sparkly.
Shut up, Justin. It's sparkly. Yeah. To me, this is some grassy, mossy detail.
Yes, the modified plates with the tooth going down. I love that look.
And you know it's a magical world because it's got grass with lava. It works well together.
It's gorgeous.
The sparkly mushrooms. Don't eat those shrooms. No. Who knows what they'll do.
So on the dragon and on this, it's got every elf has their own elemental design on a trans round tile. So in this instance, it's Azari's with the fire. You can show that on the dragon here on the back behind her. The dragon right there. So it shows what elements they're from, who they belong to, so to speak.
This is the next build for this set, and this is what Emily is here doing. So if you're wondering what that stick she had in her hand was.
She's roasting marshmallows.
Delicious.
Yum.
Having a campfire. And there's not much to this one. I did like how they added these little trans rounds just for embers. All right, and then the final thing. Now, this is, I always thought this was the corruption. Because this seems like it's, what was the bag? Ragana?
Ragana.
This was part, it even looks like a dragon.
It really
head.
does. It really does.
And this pool is corrupted. So there's some of the water that they tried to draw from it, another sparkly mushroom, and you pull the crystal and you can cleanse it.
I love it. I love it!
So it comes with a green crystal. So I don't know the plot. Do you know how that worked?
I believe Zhonya takes a sip from the well. As she sips that, it turns her into this evil dragon. She starts to attack her, and they had to remove this crystal off the top of her head, and then she becomes new
good again.
But so the cool feature of this is you can pull it in and out and create the evil water, the clean water.
So here we have Zhonya, along with some of her, not all, but some of her other dragon friends and foes. As you can see, they did use the same sculpt for a lot of these, but had a new sculpt that was only used for the big queen's dragon. Now, these sets were all produced between 2015 and 16, right? Or and 18, right? With the newer ones being these animal sets. This is our Earth Fox.
Yes, I love her tail. It's gorgeous. Look at that tail.
Crystal
the
tail.
Crystals. It's sparkly. She belonged to Fair and Leaf Shade, who had the elemental powers of Earth. So we did that. There was a turtle they made, a fox. There was a cat that looks a lot like the Zhonya.
The bad girl of that season had used this same mold in black for a bat.
Yes. Oh, I love the bat. Yes, the bat's awesome.
The bat was pretty cool.
Yes.
In that same line as Zhonya, in that same season, we had this little earth dragon. So again, look, all the dragons had a different build with them. This is a younger dragon in the plot of the show.
Smaller?
Or just smaller. It's got definitely a more barrel-shaped body.
Thorn is her name.
Thorn.
Yes, and show the elemental...
The leaf of earth or forest or whatever. Same thing. We have a smaller wings on these, so it goes from the light green to the regular trans green. Is that
from lime to the trans bright green.
Trans bright green.
Trans bright green is a pretty rare color to begin with. in the trans, for sure. And even trans green is pretty rare. So the fact that this dragon has them both. It also has the light aqua, which is super rare color as well. This dragon's pretty awesome.
I love how it's the chubby one. It's so cute. So cute.
And it has a treasure chest on the back. Most of them don't, for you to keep your earth treasures.
Nice.
Yes.
Before we get to the big girl, she was in that.
She's gonna take a step out. So
We'll
she
get
has
to
her own runway.
the bad guys dragon.
The Goblin King.
The Goblin King's dragon. I was always drawn to this guy. Not only was it the bad guy, you still had the same sculpted head and the kind of the feminine eyes, but it had an evil look to it. The eyes were red, and they used this bright, cheery color. What was this color? A lot of people call it spring green, but that's not.
Yellowish green, actually.
Yellowish green. The official color is yellowish green, and the wings go into
like a trans
light.
I think that's still trans bright, maybe.
Trans bright green.
Yeah.
Okay. And look again, same head, but produced a completely different dragon. This one's what's called a Wyvron. It's the two-legged dragon, and they have the curve.
I love it. I love the use of those tiles.
Yeah. So nice. Big, scary-looking stompers for taking down foes. Yeah. And still a good-sized dragon. I mean, that's...
I loved how they incorporated the black with it, too. It gives it that ominous, scary look to it.
Still,
even though it's feminine.
Yeah, still, I guess, in a way... And I hesitate to use the word feminine for everything. Well, it's more like it's still pretty.
Yeah.
You know, in a more neutral sense of the word. It's still pretty, but it's evil looking.
Yeah.
I loved how they pulled that off with this one. Now, let's get to the queen herself.
And here she comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, this is who?
This is Era's dragon named Gust.
Gust.
Yes,
okay.
Because it was the queen of the air, so to speak.
Okay. This was the big one of the series. This it only came in one set. They never used this mold again. And it's just a big honking,
it's a honker,
gorgeous dragon, just for size comparison.
Yeah, she's a big girl. But she's beautiful, and she knows it. She knows how to work it. Yes.
Her wings are on ball joints, and they did not use the same wings they used for some of the others. They actually used that vinyl.
Vinyl, yep, absolutely. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I had not seen this on any other dragon prior to her, and we haven't seen it since, except for possibly they've used the same type idea with the Ultra Dragon and Ninjago or something, the newer version. But this dragon is, pretty awesome, and very rare.
What a cool color scheme. I mean, it's ones you've seen before, but using the white and the light blue and gold, and then the yellow belly. Very nice.
Because she has a baby, this little toddler right here.
The elves were also tasked with saving some babies.
This little girl right here is pretty expensive.
So she's the baby of the queen dragon, right? And
she's a little toddler.
We have
bags of the others.
Bags of the others, all varying degrees of rarity.
The most expensive is this one.
Oh, why is that?
$70. Only came in one set. Super exclusively rare. This set actually is the set that was created in Europe. It has the medium lavender dragon.
Wind dragon?
Yeah, extremely rare. Extremely rare.
Wow.
Hard to find, but we have them here
I'm gonna pet her.
Yeah, we have them here at Atlanta Brick Co. if you want to buy them.
And all these dragons it's dual molded with trans as the accent color. Yep. So all of them, they're using the same colors as the big one.
Yep. The lavender, the trans dark purple.
So let's take a little trip through Lego Dragon history with our very first dragon. This is the classic Castle Dragon. This guy was used in different colors from 1993 to 2000.
Still a great one.
Very small, humble beginnings. Compared to a mini doll, still a good size. You wouldn't want to walk up on this thing.
Although she looks like she could just feed him the marshmallow and walk away.
Oh, yeah,
he would be content with that.
Let's not. Why resort to violence?
Yes,
Just solve it with food.
Yes.
That's how I solve all my problems.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Then they came out with different variations. The coolest one.
Oh, my goodness, he's awesome.
Was this guy.
He's from the Adventurers theme that came out in 2003. Only one set he was in from Orient Expedition called the Dragon Fortress. He's very menacing, I have to say.
Yes.
Those red eyes, man.
Very Asian themed.
Yeah, I'm not sure these wings are correct. I think they're supposed to be a trans red-ish.
Oh, and these are
a little trans neon orange,
okay.
But still.
We'll track them down.
Yeah.
But this is as close as we can get.
Yeah, so close as we could get for what we have.
Same body, but they had a new tail for this
Yes.
guy and the new head.
Yes. We have pieces and parts of him. That's why he's not out for sale, because we don't have these wings in the correct color. So that's why we don't have him for sale. But you guys can at least see him.
Then next in the line of Dragon Evolution,
Yes.
this guy is also not complete.
He's very sad, but we at least wanted him to represent
The Harry Potter Hungarian Horntail.
Harry Potter.
For size comparison.
Yeah, he's pretty menacing as well.
Not a lot of articulation. They went with this, I guess, the same articulation that the originals had, but went with a lot bigger sculpt, of course, to copy what it looked in the movie. I love the print on this guy.
Yeah.
That turned out
He's
so
very
good.
scary. And he looks way bigger now that he's close up in the little dragon. Yeah, he was from 2005. He only came in the one set. Now they've recreated him in 2019.
As a buildable dragon.
It's more dark brown now, but this is the original, and he's still pretty valuable.
All right, who do we have next?
The Red Dragon from the Dragon Mountain in 2013.
The resurgence of the classic castle line.
Love it.
I regret missing out on this guy because I don't think it was a super expensive set. It wasn't unreasonable.
It was not.
Same thing they use for elves. Same style.
Yeah,
And
exact
actually,
same
these are
wings.
the same wings,
Yep,
aren't they?
they are. They really are.
So this guy was pretty awesome. He came in a couple different color variants. This was later, right? This wasn't the original. Or was he?
No, you're right. He was a little later.
He was a little later print-wise.
Some of them were dark red. There was
Yeah.
a dark green one.
They changed the eyes.
Super rare.
And they had this guy in the Vikings line too with some variations as well. Very, very cool. And again, he's a good size. So our dragons are getting bigger.
They are.
What
This
are we
poor
feeding them?
classic guy. Yeah, I know, really. You should like this one.
Is this guy next?
This guy is next. Does anybody know what he is?
Of course, he's Smaug from The Hobbit.
Smaug. Again, he's in parts and pieces. It's hard to get him complete.
Unique head and body, and actually everything on this guy was unique. There might have been a tail segment that we don't have, unfortunately. That's
He's a little dirty and he needs some more thorns on the back here, these claws.
But-
I love this. Like, these are rubber.
he is quite an impressive dragon, and
Yeah, Smaug. He
he's-
came out in 2014. He was in only one set, called, what was it called? The Lonely Mountain?
the Lonely Mountain. Yep.
Lord of the Rings.
I remember that set was like $80, and if you did the math, you're basically paying $40 for the dragon. But
Not anymore. He costs way more than that.
I know this guy with incomplete. He's still worth a pretty penny.
Hefty sum.
As the dragons have all done, we have a peg hole for our fire,
Yep.
and he's fully printed up on the
Pretty
bottom.
awesome.
Pretty cool.
And then we have saved the honker for the end here. This is from 2019, the Ultra Dragon from what theme, Justin?
This
you know?
is Star Wars, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
This is, of course, Ninjago. This is the redone in the Legacy line. They redid the Ultra Dragon with the original had molded heads.
Yeah.
And this is a brick built head version.
Look at the wingspan on this guy. This is insane.
Yeah, you just
And
pick him up and he starts.
These are the wings I was talking about that our Elves friend. Most of the dragon wings were not made with this vinyl type, and then they brought it back for this guy.
So great.
Maybe she inspired them to continue.
A great plethora of dragons.
The little.
We have,
We bring the dragons to you.
because dragons are awesome. If it's
Dragons are awesome.
if it's girls theme, if it's a guy's theme. I mean, again, I hate to say girls theme because
It's for everyone.
I've bought elf sets.
Yeah.
So definitely geared more towards girls, having female main characters,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You can enjoy Elves, and just like girls can enjoy Transformers or G.I. Joes.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter. And so that was our look at not only the lava cave dragon, but also a lot of Lego dragons, which we have a plethora in the store.
We love it.
Dragons are awesome, no matter who you are. I think that was kind of the popularity of that theme. You think a theme that's directed toward young girls would have horses or something like that, but it was cool. Like they said, no, we're gonna double down on dragons. Dragons are awesome.
Yeah, and it is popular now.
Yeah,
Elves is popular now.
Yeah. So you said we couldn't sell them.
We had
originally.
a really hard time selling them.
And now that they're gone, we can't keep these in the store.
No.
This is the third one of this since I've started working here.
Yep. Well,
And
I
every
made,
one
I
has
made
just
this one out
disappeared.
of pieces and parts that we get in, because a lot of times we'll get these sets in for trade, but they usually keep their dragons. Most of the time we get the sets without the dragons, but then sometimes we'll have pieces and parts that won't complete one, and I save them, and then when I have enough to create one, I put one in the.
And that one just got completed.
That one just got completed.
So
I've
that's-
had those parts for over a year actually, and then we
Wow.
finally got to complete one.
Yay!
exciting.
It's a good feeling. It's a
It
good,
is a good
feeling,
feeling.
to complete a dragon. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd
Yes,
like to. Click
like.
around on some other videos.
Like it.
And we'll bring you some more stuff.
Like it. Like it.